Good morning, my friends, and welcome to your virtual art class. Today we are going to listen and watch a read aloud called I Am Not Just a Scribble, and we are going to learn about creating our own scribble creatures and the environment that they live in. So we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to do some scribbling today, and it's going to be great. So first we're going to start with our mantra. Remember, our mantra helps us get focused, and so here we go. Repeat after me. I am an artist. I create with my hands. I create with my head. I create with my heart. I can create anything. All right. So hopefully you have watched the read along already. I tried to do a read along, but unfortunately, I couldn't get my book turned around so that you could see it going the right way. So I chose a different one that I think would be good. I am, however, going to share my screen with you so we can talk about your project. All right. So I Am Not a Scribble is a book by Diane Alber. And you may have noticed lots of different scribbles in the book. What are some of the things that you noticed about these scribble creatures? And you can have a look at them and think about the different things you might notice about them. Just do some observations, look at the different kinds of lines that are being used. And when you notice something, if someone is sitting next to you, you can talk to them about it, excuse me, or you can whisper it to yourself. Here's some more close-up scribble creatures. One of the things I notice is that sometimes the lines are all like sharp and going in all different directions, and sometimes the lines are a little bit more controlled. Like this one almost looks like a thumbprint to me. That's something that I noticed. Another thing that I noticed are their facial features. So what are their eyes telling us? And their mouth, and even their arms and legs. That can tell a lot about a person's personality and just kind of what they're feeling. I think all of these scribbles are feeling something different, just like these as well. So we have two learning targets, friends, about our project. One is I can create a unique scribble creature, character, or characters in their own environment. And the other learning target is I can create different types of line to make my scribble characters. So your challenge today is to think about what kind of scribble you are today and where would you like to be. Now this is an example that I made. Friends, I love my garden, and so I made myself with kind of like reds and oranges and yellows, kind of what I think are happy colors. And I have on my garden hat, and I have a big smile on my face, and my hands are saying yay. And then I made my garden, and one of the things I love in it are the tomatoes. And I also grow a lot of flowers, so I put them in. And this is the person that helps me in my garden every once in a while. And I also added some other details, like I have hummingbird friends that are there. I have butterfly friends, and this is my toad friend, who always usually kind of frightens me a little bit, but once I see it's the toad, I'm okay with it. But he's really, really big. So like I said, your challenge is to create a Scribble character based on you and your personality. You want to create an environment for that Scribble character, and you want to make sure your artwork is colorful and detailed. All right, so let me show you and give you a few tips about how you can create that. So this week, or last week, you probably picked up your new art pack. And in your art pack, you have a long piece of paper. It's some kind of bluish or green color. All right. So you have a long piece of paper, and we'll kind of just put that to the side for right now. You have a paper that's folded, right? We won't need that until the next week, so we're going to put that aside as well. I'll put that over here. And then you have a bunch of smaller type papers, and you have some googly eyes, right? Okay, so these papers are the papers that you are going to use to create your Scribble character or characters and their environment. I want to show you the one that I made and kind of, again, show you what it looks like when I'm all finished. So I have made this, and we are going to glue these drawings that we've done on our paper when we're all finished. Here's my tomatoes, and I made another cloud. I could have it over there like that. Here's my person that helps me sometimes in the garden. And then here are my flowers. And I might have to scooch everything down a little bit. But you know what, friends? I'm totally okay with it going off the paper. So this is what it will look like when I'm all done. I could have these really go off the paper, and that is fine. I could have everything straight up and down if I wanted to. That is fine too. But what I'm trying to create here is I'm trying to create myself as a Scribble. So think about how you're feeling, all right? And I'm trying to think about a place that I really, really love to go to. That could be the beach. It could be your grandparents' house. It could be you and your friend playing games outside. It could be the river. Any area that you love to go and do. That's the kind of area or environment that you want to create. So because I love the garden so much, I also used a lot of colors and symbols that help create the idea that it's a happy place for me. All right? So let me show you real quick kind of how I got started. Now I made the decision to use the smaller papers for my Scribble people. And I used crayons in order to create my scribbles. And friends, if you have crayons, that's what I would like you to do. So I'm going to just dump all my crayons out because I might want to use more than one crayon at a time. So I am feeling right now, I'm feeling pretty relaxed and happy to be here at school. And so I'm going to think about what kind of lines those might be, like a Scribble lines. And when you scribble, you're not really thinking about a whole lot of stuff, right? It's kind of free flow, and you're just kind of making it. I'm going to add a little red, and I'm going to add this pink color. Friends, this almost reminds me of cotton candy a little bit. So I'm just feeling really peaceful and content right now. So I'm kind of creating that type of scribble, all right? Now you can glue your googly eyes on here, just with the little dots of Elmer's glue, or you can draw them on. And that's what I like to do because, well, I only have so many googly eyes. So I'm gonna make some eyes. And make some eyebrows this time. I love to add details. I'm going to make a nose as well. You don't have to make a nose. And I am going to make a ginormous smile. All right? I could even have my tongue sticking out if I wanted to. Just like, oh, yay. And there's my legs and my arms. I'm just going to have them kind of relaxed at my side here. And there, I'm looking kind of goofy. I'm feeling relaxed. All right? I have some nice details on myself as a scribble person. Okay? Now with these larger pieces, I want to think about what kind of environment I want to put my scribble person in. It could be something completely imaginary, all right? So you guys, I was just looking around my room and I made this really big rainbow in it. And so what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to have my scribble me in a rainbow. So I'm going to start by drawing some clouds. And you might be like, excuse me, Ms. Krista, why are you making them blue? And the reason why I'm making them blue is because eventually I will color in my background blue to make the sky. But before I do that, I want to make a little rainbow. So I'm going to start with red. And I'm just going to color that in a little bit. All right, there we go. Here's my nice red. And then after red comes orange. So I take my orange crayon and make the orange part of my rainbow. Okay. Now I'm just kind of hurrying when I do this so that you can, get started on your lesson. But I'll go back later and kind of color this in a little bit better. All right. So I really like to press hard with my crayons when I'm coloring because I really want the color to be bold. I know some people like to press really, really light, but I love bold colors. And did you know, you guys, did you know that you could mix crayons? So you can put down one color and then put down another color over the top of that. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. Here's my blue. Okay. Now some folks will just put down violet here, and that is perfectly fine, but I have the color indigo. And indigo is part of our rainbow. So I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to add the last color, friends, and that is violet. All right. So there's my rainbow, and like I said, I'll probably go back and work on that a little bit. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to color the background because it's a nice blue sky. And I'm just using the side of my crayon. And because I'm going to mix colors, I am not going to color super dark. So I'm just kind of doing a nice little tickle on my paper of my blue. And then I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to take some of this turquoisey blue color, and I'm going to add that. And do you see what starts to happen? I'm going to zoom in a little. All right. When I start to add that turquoisey color. And when I mix colors, friends, I kind of want to think about using the colors that are in the same family. So like this turquoise blue, this regular blue, and maybe this purple, or maybe this type of red violet, okay? I want to try to stick with colors that might be in the same family. So I'm going to show you what happens now when I add some of this red violet to my background. It just makes this beautiful, beautiful background. And it makes it super unique. It kind of goes with the way I'm feeling, you know, nice and happy and content, ready to share my ideas with you about art. All right, so I'll just keep going with that and I'll fill the whole background. All right, so what I have is me, and I could put myself here, or I could put myself here. I want to add a little bit of background color to me as well, so it looks like I'm part of the picture. So there's that. I'm going to have some grass down here that I'm standing on. All right, so now I have me, I have a rainbow, and then I'm going to think about another thing that I might put here. You know what I'm going to make? I'm going to make my dog. And my dog is going to be a Scribble dog. So I'm going to start, and he is kind of goofy. So I'm going to make his lines really kind of all over the place. And here's his head, and I'm going to make some ears. All right. Now I'm going to add some other colors to it as well. I'm going to add some orange. And I'm going to add some red because my dog is real sweet and red always reminds me of love. So there we go. I'm going to put his eyes and oh, and he has a long tail, so I'm going to make a scribbly long tail. And dogs have 4 legs, so I'm going to make the 4 legs. All right. His ears are a little bit pointy. And so there is my Scribble dog. And he is feeling happy too, because maybe we're on a rainbow walk together. So I'm going to make sure that I add some ground for him. All right. And I'm also going to make sure that I add the sky. So you want to make sure that you use the entire space of your paper. All right. Just like that. All right, so here's me, here's my Scribble dog, and then maybe we are walking to the park. So on this paper, I might draw a park. All right, so in the end, you should have a whole scene that looks something kind of like this. I have some big details, I have some small details, I have some scribbles that remind me of me or something important to me and the way I am feeling. All right, so I hope you have fun creating this project. I cannot wait to see what they look like. Please remember to take a picture and send it to me and put it on the Google Classroom or email it to my school address. Let's end with a mindfulness activity. I want you to think about if you've ever heard someone say, let's take 5. And that means you're taking a break from whatever you're doing. And it's a great way to calm down and just kind of gather your thoughts. So this is what I want you to do. As you breathe in, I want you to think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like this. I'm breathing in. And as you breathe out, think of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try it again. Breathe in and think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whenever you're mad or upset, try to remember to take 5. Breathing in for 5 counts and breathing out for 5 counts. I really like to close my eyes when I do that because it helps me calm down even more. Doing this can help you feel calm and peaceful. Anyway, friends, I cannot wait to see you next week. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.